Thor.
Hello everybody and welcome to the stream. Oh my gosh, I just realized that how noise is enormous on this little one. Hold on, we're going to fix that real quick. How is everybody?
Big.
My gosh, my brain. Good morning, I think for most of us at least. Y'all, my brain's not working. I can't even do an intro. Hi, how are ya? How's it going? I slept in late. Today we're doing Tism Talks, which it's been a while since we've been able to do like Tism Talks and stuff. So I'm excited. Noise, are you excited?
I am certainly here for it.
For a second, I thought you
Yes.
were gonna be like, "Well, I'm here." I was like, "But
No.
wait, we're talking about your Tism. What are you? Why are you not excited?" Okay, Aishikin, yes, it it is afternoon for you, but it's still morning for me. Okay, it's 11. So, Meep, I'm good. How are you? Summon Noli, take a cannoli. Thank you guys for your check-ins and stuff, by the way. Finster, I did gift you that sub, so you should be good. Now I think maybe, I don't know. I am from the future. Oh, Myth, I'm so glad you're going to the cardiologist tomorrow. That's such good news. I'm so happy for you. I'm from the future, nothing changes. Noise, you're also from the future. Is there anything different?
Uh, shit's rough. Shit is rough.
It's rough. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we today are gonna be talking about like with the Tism talks and stuff. Um we're talking about Noises Tism, which is the Warhammer stuff. He's very, very passionate about that if you guys didn't already know. And like he's been getting me into it over the last several months, and there's still a lot that I don't know. Because like, okay, so Noise, I'll tell you, I went and I watched a couple of Bricky's videos
Right.
about like Warhammer stuff because I'm like, I would like to know more. I would like to have like kind of that like intro of it. And I still feel like I don't get it. I still feel like there's a lot I don't understand.
And no one would blame you for it. Typically, the best intro to Warhammer is to find a certain faction that you like and read on them. And from there, you can kind of branch out as like shit catches your attention. And basically, you just learn from there. Because that's how I did it with the Emperor's Children.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
I would I would start with, oh hey, the Emperor's Children did this on this planet, and I'd be like, okay, cool. What happened on that planet? These people fought, and I'd be like, who are these people? And then I'd go back around to the Emperor's Children, and I would keep going, and you just pick up more and more as you go.
There. My like I I don't even know if I like have looked into my like favorite faction necessarily. I think so I know the one story about the orcs. Um like the orc who
I'm a
like
tank. I'm a
wanted a
tank. I'm a tank.
well, no, it's the he wanted a second version of his gun, so he went back in time, killed himself, and got a like took that gun from himself.
That that is a pretty good story. Fucking-
But because they don't believe in time paradoxes, like they like it worked and he's still alive. Spent several days looking into
so
Warhammer lore and I'm pretty sure I barely know anything. See, this is what I'm talking about. Myth gets it.
don't worry. Like I was like that at first too. It just happens. Like keep in mind, I've been doing this since 2022. So I have what, 4 years? Like it's fine. Like I understand that a lot of you don't exactly know what the fuck's going on, and I'm here to shed a little light on the situation to the best of my ability. I don't know fucking everyone's shit. I'm still learning, so it is what it is.
Fair. I'm seriously impressed that you have like stayed interested in this for as long as you have. Because like I
Well,
so I have the ADHD thing where like I get a hobby and I'm like super invested in that hobby for like all of a couple of weeks at most, and then like I lose track of the hobby, or like I find another one and then that becomes my hyper focus. And sometimes I'll like rotate through them. Like Brits does this too. Like so um he has like 4 or 5 things that he's like super interested in. He'll be interested in them for like 2 weeks to like 3 months, and then he'll learn something new about one of the other ones, and then his focus will just switch completely over to that. And so like the idea that you've spent like some odd or yeah 4 years with the same hobby and the same special interest blows my mind.
Well, there's two reasons for that. I'll give you the funny one now. You spend 9,000 fucking dollars on something and tell me if you don't just like dip out from it. I'll tell you
Vince.
the real reason later, but for now, you can have that tidbit.
I love it. Okay, I don't have your little like topics brought up. I should have, and I thought I did, but I'm looking at my browser and I don't. Oh crap, that was not
Here.
the thing. I don't even have the thing that I wanted to bring up as I typed in the thing. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
no. I'll just resend you the link. It's cool.
Yes, please. Thank you. You guys, I've been up for like 2 hours and my brain's not working. Finster, I know what a tariff is, but that's because I was a business major for a little bit. And I don't know if you want me to go into the tism of what a tariff is and why they are a double-edged sword.
I'm actually glad you said that, Quinny, because that's going to be something that we talk about later with the Warhammertism, because
Wait, seriously?
GW as a company, yeah, GW as a company is part of the topics that we'll be talking about today.
Ah. Okay. So tell me why Warhammer's cool. Like
Do
I know
what?
why it's cool. I know why it's like it, but like intro to Warhammer and why it's cool.
All right, well, the intro to Warhammer, let me just read you the actual intro. This is the ninth edition slash Indominus version. There's the
Oh.
original version. It's a little out of date, but all right. For more than 100 centuries, the Emperor has sat immobile on the golden throne of Earth. He is the master of mankind. By the might of his inexhaustible armies, a million worlds stand against the dark. Yet, he is a rotting carcass, the carrion lord of the Imperium, held in life by marvels from the dark age of technology and the thousand souls sacrificed each day so that he may continue to burn. To be a
Hi
man in
Gojo,
such
welcome
times is to
in.
be one amongst untold billions. It is to live in the cruelest and most bloody regime imaginable. It is to suffer an eternity of carnage and slaughter. It is to have cries of anguish and sorrow drowned by the thirsting laughter of dark gods. This is a dark and terrible era where you will find little comfort or hope. Forget the power of technology and science. Forget the promise of progress and advancement. Forget any notion of common humanity or compassion. There is no peace amongst the stars, for in the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war.
Okay, I've heard this intro before. And I think I think you've scared Sir Squawkington the Third.
Good.
Like look at his face. He looks so scared. But like, okay. So I think the concept of the emperor is fascinating because like the fact that like he's stayed alive by consuming what is it 10,000 souls a day.
1,000 cycles a
1,000
day.
souls.
However, in the current lore, that number is rising because he's basically straining himself as he gets a little bit more active.
Oh, interesting. Well, so like I think that that's fascinating that like how that works. And the whole like the I either heard or read something about how the Warhammer people don't believe in AI, and so everything is powered by people, whether those people are like, um my gosh, I have a brain. Whether those people are um still people as we consider them or not is a different story, but they're wait, no, you said that. Didn't you say that while we were playing Space Marine one
Correct. They are
day?
called
Yeah.
servitors, and they do believe in AI. However, they believe that it is evil, and they have every reason to, because back in the golden age of humanity, AI was every fucking where.
Right.
And the strongest weapon you see in 40K today is not but a farming tool used back then.
Interesting.
It was so inconceivably strong that it nearly wiped humanity out when AI revolted against us. And
Thanks, Myth Nerd.
basically,
Have a good night or day or
in
whatever
the
time it
current
is.
setting, AI is
Oh,
a
and DM me
masterclass in
cuz if
heresy.
we
It
have
is
tisms, I want to talk to you about
everything.
them.
It is to look your destroyer in the eye and be like, yeah, fuck with it. So AI is a big
Huh.
no-no in the current 40K setting.
Right. Okay.
So computers, ooh,
No, go ahead. So
what's up?
computers.
Computers and doorways and stuff that AI would typically like handle for you are now handled by simple data systems, or in the case of more advanced things, um, servitors. In this case, let's say like a little door scanner to open a door, right? Instead of, oh, hey, we have like an AI sensor up there that can see the human shape and allows you through. It is the torso and attached head of some poor
Hi, Eddie.
bastard
Welcome
that was
in.
accused of some
I'm
crime,
doing
whether he
well.
was
How are
guilty
you?
or not, and basically emplaced on his little deal, whether or not he can still feel true pain and stuff, because sometimes the mind wipe doesn't work. And
Oh
he
no.
now fires an impulse through his body to open the door and shut it behind you.
No, thank you. Okay, so this is the thing, like, why I don't understand. Like, I get why people like Warhammer, but at the same time, like, I don't understand why people like Warhammer. Because, like, it's, like, everything about it is just, like, the whole constant war thing. Like, why would you want to experience constant war? Like, why would you want to, like, involve yourself in that? Because it feels like you're, like, I, I'm the kind of person who likes the sparkles and rainbows and happily ever afters, right? Um so the fact that like you would not do the happily ever after thing, or do something where happily ever afters basically don't exist and happiness basically doesn't exist or something like that, like blows my mind. I still cannot wrap my brain around it.
Well, 40K as a setting is a tragedy, and 40K as its current day is, well, it's the ending.
Right.
Uh, Humanity had a chance. It had a chance, and it was ripped away and spat upon by Horus Lupercal and the traitor Primarchs back in 30K
During
during
the
the Horus
Horus Heresy.
Heresy. Correct. And so now the setting we're in is, there is no true happy ending. However, it is the struggle for the best you can get from what you have left.
Hmm. Interesting. I love Squawk's face. Oh my
Squawks is
gosh.
going through it right now. Sir
See?
Squawkington the Third is going through it.
See? You called him by his nickname. You can't get mad at me anymore.
It's fine. After this, I'm going to go lash myself 1,000 times for my crime.
Oh! No, he's allowed to have a nickname. He's allowed to have a nickname. Sounds good, Aishkin and Myth.
Now,
Have a good night or day or whatever. I will see you potentially later.
as for
Okay.
why it's cool,
Yes.
it's just that struggle. It's like who wants it the most? And with me being in the Marine Corps, I'm all about, or well, I was fucking. I really vibe with that. It's really about making the best of what you have. It probably sucks. You probably don't have the tools you need. You probably don't have the number of dudes that you need to do it with,
Right.
but you're going to try.
Huh. Interesting. Which I can respect that actually cuz it's like it's kind of like that noble and almost like not quite hero complexy thing, but like the noble, we may not be fully prepared for this, but if we're going to go out, we're going to go out fighting and with everything we have.
To a degree, yes. A lot of people will say that there is no nobility left in 40K, and I disagree with that because at the end of the day, everyone truly believes in what they're fighting for, at
Yeah.
least to a certain degree. Like, it doesn't matter if you are a loyal servant of the Emperor or if you praise the Dark Gods, if you're a Xeno, it doesn't matter. You all have something that you are fighting for, and you are willing to go to the death for it.
Right. Well, and like think about like the story about like from Space Marine 2, right? Like even then the ultramarines themselves have like or are very very noble in what they're doing and they have like a certain code of honor and things like that. So like that doesn't somebody saying that there's no nobility left in Warhammer doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, those are Space Marines, and they typically hold themselves to certain codes and stuff, and
Right.
that's all fine and dandy. It's easy to see that for them, but for like Chaos Marines, right? Sometimes it's just like, hey, we honestly believe that we were lied to, and we want vengeance, and we think that this is to stop you, as in the Emperor. This is to stop you and put down your empire of lies. Like they see themselves as the bringers of the truth. And in a way, they're correct, but
Right.
they're going about it in the worst way possible.
Huh.
Uh, Even with like, it's harder to argue that for certain armies. Like Emperor's Children, we're bad dudes. We're
Right.
fucking bad dudes. We are bad people. I'm not even gonna cap. But I kind of fuck with it because in Warhammer 40K, there are no true good guys, like even salamanders, right? A lot of people use the, oh, they care about civilians and stuff. Like, look at, I can't remember his name from the Warhammer animation on Warhammer Plus, but,
Wait,
fucking,
Warhammer Plus like Disney Plus?
yes, yes. But,
You're telling me there's a Warhammer streaming service called Warhammer Plus?
I'm, I'm dead ass.
That's freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to
But,
look into that.
let's see, where was it? Oh, yeah, yeah. Fucking everyone wants to argue that the salamanders are like good guys, and to a degree they're right, but like at the same time, like in lore, not only did fucking Vulcan Histon himself, not Vulcan Histon, Vulcan the Primarch,
Yeah.
he burns an Eldar child in front of Conrad Kurz because, well, the Eldar child is there, and then and because he's so like upset about it, he just goes ahead and blows up the entire planet. Like there are no good guys. You can argue what you will, but like everyone does some manner of atrocity.
Right.
And you know what? Sometimes being evil's fucking fun, dude.
See, I don't know. I don't know that I can do the evil thing cuz like I've tried but like say like video games where it does like honestly it does not matter and you can do like an evil playthrough. I've tried and I can't. Like I don't have An evil bone in my body.
You don't? You don't?
Not really. You've read the lore like this.
Is that
Even
not a
with the lore,
selfish
this
act
isn't
though?
true evil.
It's still an act made in selfishness.
It's valid, but that's I wouldn't call that evil.
Maybe not evil in that sense, but it is an evil all the same.
Fair, which I think is interesting, because like I was gonna say why, and then I lost my train of thought. It's gone. Anyways,
Hmm?
oh no, y'all, I think we might have lost the Discord.
Do what?
Discord's just having issues, so I was worried that like because like I said something and you didn't say anything, and I was like, oh no, I think the Discord might have like killed itself.
Oh, fucking
Yeah.
sewer slide actual.
It
But
just goes like,
no, in the setting, do what?
the computer's like, Discord is not responding, we're gonna close it. I was like, what?
Please don't.
It's not closing it, and I don't know what's going on. Anyways, IT issues aside.
Uh, but yeah, sometimes it's just fun to be evil. Like whether it's a small one for the greater good or, you know, like just being, I don't know, turning the entire population of a world into bone cocaine. Very fun.
What
The Emperor's
cocaine?
Children did that. Bone cocaine. The Emperor's Children did that.
Oh.
Um, yeah, we can go into that later. Let's see.
We could go into that later.
And even if you don't like lore, the setting as a whole is still cool. Just being able to throw down a bunch of minis on tabletop and being able to have these massive battles with your friends or just small ones that you just want to pass some time with, you know? It's
Fair.
just a very cool setting.
I do like the tabletop aspect of it. Like I think it's kind of fun. Um because it's like it reminds me of when we were kids and just like having pretend fights, or like me and my friends would like play mermaids and pretend that like um this non-existent imaginary figure is something we were talking to, right? It kind of reminds me of like playing pretend with your friends when you were growing up, but like now you have little tiny minifigures and like rules for the battles and things like that, but you're basically playing with grown-up toys, and I think it's hilarious.
Oh yeah, I love my little war dollies, bro. My little plastic fucking war Barbies. They're excellent.
More Barbies. That's so good.
And since like, you know, they're your minis or whatever, you can paint them whatever you want. You can be
Yeah,
as lore accurate or as wild as you can imagine, so long as you have the paint for it. And if you
exactly.
don't have the paint for it, I don't know, fucking color marker, something. Or you can just imagine it. It's cool.
See, which is also that's also an option. There's a lot of like theater of the mind stuff that I feel like we need to do more of. Like, don't get me wrong, I am a very visual person, so I like to have a visual to look at of like XYZ things. Um, but I think we need to rely on our imagination a little more.
Yeah, it's it really helps to be able to like envision like, oh hey, these dudes are like actually duking it out. Like
Yeah.
it's great. Or just imagining like your dude posing or
Why did
doing
my
whatever
music
you imagine him
die?
doing.
What happened?
Are you on Spotify?
Apparently my interwebs is deciding to be stupid and kill my music like 40 minutes into the or 40 seconds away from the end of the song.
Damn. But do you have any questions from just why the setting's cool, why I like it, stuff
Wait,
like
what
that?
happened? Can I just not hear anything anymore?
Can you hear me?
Y'all, hold on. My headphones died. And it didn't tell me that my headphones were going to die. So I can't hear
Huh.
anything.
Hell yeah, chat. That means it's me and you. What insults you got for me? I can feel them.
Maybe? Noise, try saying something. I want to see if it's working.
Hello.
Okay. I can hear you. Hold on. Sort of. Okay. Try again.
Hello.
There we go. My gosh. That was really a struggle bus. I apparently the headphones died and they didn't tell me that they were going to die. Apparently
Tragic.
we're dealing with all of the technical difficulties today, friends.
It happens. It is what it is.
Oh my gosh. Dude. Okay, so we're listening to the Cantina Band on Spotify, and I know that this is like completely off topic, but the progress bar for the song is a lightsaber.
Disney's got their hands in everything.
Okay, this I'm not complaining about. I think that's fun. I
Just
love
wait.
fun shit
Eventually,
like
they're gonna
that.
get Warhammer.
I'm pretty
They're
sure if
gonna get
Disney ever gets
Warhammer,
Warhammer, you will want to cry.
and then they're gonna turn the Primarchs into Disney princes.
Are we sure that like Fulgrin would not like that though?
He would be the prettiest princess.
What's the name of the Primarch that is the Blood Angels who's also the pretty guy?
Sanguinius.
Sanguinius, that's what
Sanguinius.
it is. She can. Yes, all the boobas. And the boob physics on this is good too. Oh my gosh. Wait, why do you think it's okay? Can I ask why you think it's fun to be evil?
Because fucking why wouldn't it be? Occasionally you just want to let loose and do fucked up things. And it's better that you do it on a tabletop or a video game than like in real life.
I mean, true. Dude, I have too much of a conscience. Like my brain goes like, "Oh no, these are real people." And like I know they're imaginary or they're not actually real people, but they're real people and they're going to get hurt and I don't like that.
Oh yeah. No. I know, I know. I feel that same way. And then I pull the trigger.
I feel that same way and then I pull the trigger. That's so fucked up. Oh my gosh.
But
I mean, I
again,
can't.
it's more of a venting thing than anything.
Yeah.
Like
See, that's why they created rage rooms and stuff because it's cathartic.
exactly. It's a big ass setting that is really just one huge rage room.
Yeah.
And so long as it's contained to that setting, then I don't really see the issue with it.
Fair.
Like with the Emperor's Children, right? Like imagine if I did some of the more minor things that they're guilty of in the setting in real life,
Uh huh.
right? Death penalty immediately.
Death penalty immediately.
Believe it or not, straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
Sir Squawkington the Third is fucking traumatized.
He really is. he's he's just like, I don't know if I want to be here anymore. This
Hold
is
on, Sir
scary.
Squawkington the Third. It only gets worse from here.
I don't know if that's helping him. It only gets worse. Um okay, can we talk a little bit about the emperor because I'm curious. Like I understand that like he is the emperor of humanity and I understand like how that came to be, right? But
Right.
like it's hold on. Let me try to talk you through what I understand and you tell me if I'm like stupid or like if there's other things I need to understand. Also, forgive me. I suck at putting my thoughts to vocalized words. um so the so I know the emperor became the emperor of mankind. Um and like nobody really knows where he came from as far as I remember. Nobody really knows where he came from. He's the emperor of all mankind. But then he um like why is he the like the one that's kind of keeping the whole universe stable, I guess? Like what is that about? I understand that like he has or everybody's faith in him and he's basically become a god, right? And everybody's faith in him works because of the warp and things like that. Why in the world is he the thing keeping everything from falling apart? Oh. Oh no, my Discord died. Noise, hold on. Discord's being stupid. I don't know what happened. I gotta fix it. Okay, we've closed it. We're gonna reopen it. Ah, this is a good song. You guys, I don't want to have to be tech support today. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Did you hear all of the things I
Fucking
said?
not a fucking word.
Okay, so I get that like the emperor is now kind of a god and people's
Right.
faith in him um basically keeps him alive because of the warp and stuff like that, correct?
Correct.
So why in the world is he the like does he feel like he's the thing that's keeping the universe from falling apart?
Well, because he kind of is. Fucking yeah. He straight up just is. So he rose to power through the Unification Wars because back when Terra, i.e., Earth, was once they finished with that little dark age of technology, right?
Uh-huh.
Where AI rose up against them and stuff. It left Earth in in just shambles, dude. It was bad. And so basically everyone went all Mad Max on it. I'm talking there was no oceans because someone quite literally sold them. They stole and sold them.
Wait, how do you
But
sell an ocean?
that's a good question. I don't know. But you know what? They did it. In fact, that's where one of the custodians came from. The emperor executed the person who stole the ocean and then took their son and made them a custodian. But
What?
yep. But what's his name? Ra and Endymion or something. Um,
Interesting.
but during all that, he was waging what's called the Unification Wars, where
Right.
he went through and found all the warlords that were on Terra, and well, he gave them a choice: either join or die, and he carried that through. He did all that shit.
Yeah.
So one, he has claim to the earth as a whole, and then secondly, he was just he was insane as a psyker. He is the strongest psyker in the known setting outside of Zinch.
Huh.
Like the only person that really comes close outside of him is Magnus the Red. But even then, people view him as a god for multitudes of reasons. Namely, that he can change his appearance at will. So even when like he was just out and about, he would regularly make appearances to people to be viewed as whatever they envisioned him to be, or just
Interesting.
as a complete stranger. So like, let's see. So like when he showed up to, actually, you know what? The Sisters of Silence, right? They're
Yeah.
blanks, meaning they straight up just deny psychic abilities because they,
Huh.
in this essence, don't have a soul.
Oh.
So they actually get to see what the Emperor looks like as he is, and he's just kind of a tired older dude. Like, but to everyone else, he's this magnificent, golden clad, fucking the chick version of Playboy. I don't know if they have a
Yeah.
mag for that, but it's that. And like just insane. And so on top of that, now that he's in the chair, he single-handedly powers the Astronomicon. So without him, all that little warp travel is in essence impossible, and the setting as we know it stops completely outside of, well, chaos. Chaos would be the only ones that could really go through it,
Right.
that being the warp. And that essentially means chaos wins. The moment Big E is off that chair, everything goes dark.
Big
So
E.
it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense why everyone sees him as a god.
Yeah. I just think it's interesting that they've made him a god because like in my brain, um like a god is like this divine otherworldly figure that's not of this plane of existence. And so the fact that they've elevated this like person to god status blows my mind.
Well, he very nearly made your definition. His warp presence would have been called the Dark King,
Interesting.
and basically he had to shatter his own soul into a bunch of different fragments to stop that from happening. Pretty much,
Huh.
one of them is called the Star Child, which is the Emperor's hope and kindness into one being, and he had to get rid of that to help destroy Horus Lupercal whenever he was, because that was still his son.
Yeah.
He he basically had to rip that piece of him out so he could face his son and then slay him.
Oh. See this whole tragedy thing. It's so sad.
It is extremely sad, and we are only in the very tip of the iceberg.
See, I think I figured out why like the Warhammer stuff I still feel like I don't understand because like it doesn't feel like there's a narrative.
There is a
Like
narrative. It's just so huge that you're lost in the middle of it at the moment.
it that's it. Like it's cuz it's like when you're in history, I can understand why people don't like history, right? Because there's so much of it and there's a lot of information to learn and talk about and things like that. And you can kind of get like lost in the weeds and bogged down by all the details, right? But I kind of feel like that with the Warhammer stuff, and it's like I could look at it like a history class potentially. Um, if I was like in the Warhammer universe, if I was like, if I could envision myself as a member of the Space Wolves, for example, and that was my life, then learning about all of this history that exists, I could be fascinated by. But because I'm not like because I feel like an outsider, it feels like okay, well what's the point of this and like where does it start and where does it end and things like that instead of like history. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Trying to make sure I'm not sounding crazy because as I'm
No,
listening to this, I'm like, that sounds weird.
you're literally just like a beginner to it, and that's not like
Yeah.
an insult or anything. That's just, hey, like you're new to it, and it's a massive upheaval to be like, hey, I'm going to actually go through and learn this stuff. And
Yep.
again, I have 4 years on this. I'm still
That's
learning
true.
stuff. And the worst part is occasionally lore changes
No.
because for actually here's the most recent change, and it sparked some controversy within the Warhammer community. Um, so it used to be that the custodies were all male, and recently they came out with female custodies,
Uh huh.
and how Games Workshop did it, I don't agree with. I think they did it in the worst way possible, where they just said, "Oh yeah, there's always been female custodies." I don't have a problem with
That's
the female custodies. I have
yeah.
a problem with you retroactively being like, "Hey, actually, there are always chicks in this." Like,
Yeah, it's like
cool.
retconning
Like,
something that didn't need to be retconned.
but like occasionally lore changes, and that's just something we kind of have to adapt with.
Right.
Uh, for instance, those Horus Heresy books, right? Originally, there were only like seven, and then they just took off so well that there's like 60 something now.
Yeah.
And so, like, a lot of that lore just wasn't planned. And so, some things don't add up, other things disagree with each other.
Huh.
And there's even a saying where everything is true, not everything is canon.
Yeah.
And so, you kind of have to piece together what you know with what you don't and trying to bridge gaps here and there. So, not only is it a massive tree, in some spots of this tree of knowledge that is the Warhammer universe, there's massive rotten holes.
Oh, love that. That's great.
Yeah, and it's in a way, it's got its own charm to it where you're like, oh, hey, I think this happened, where you get to headcanon this or that, and
Yeah.
you know certain things, but not everything.
Valid.
And to know everything would be kind of not fun. There is
Why
a
would
degree
knowing
of,
everything not be fun?
well, because then there's no mystery to it. There's no, oh, hey, what if this happened? Or what about, do you think that happened? Like, there's no like actual talking about it. It's just like, hey, this happened. We're moving on. Like, all right, well, shit.
Shrimp, hello, how are you? Welcome in. And Ashigan is jamming out to the song. Do you hear what song is on right now?
No, I do not. I currently have my Noise Marine Party Packs playlist playing.
It's
I
Come On
have
Feel the Noise by Quiet Riot.
hell yeah, I love that song.
I thought you would. Shrimp, thank you. I also love my new outfit. Have you seen? Hold on, Shrimp. I'm gonna turn on this black magic just for you because I feel like you need to see this. Hold on. Ah, it's not doing the right color of the hat. There we go. Shrimp, I knew you'd love it.
Older Queenie.
What? Folder?
Hold
I
up,
think
hold
she.
up, hold up.
I'm holding.
There you go.
Shrimp Noise has asked me to praise you. Are you ready? The lake. Let's see. Okay, it's been a minute. Mhm. Uh-oh. Let's see. I gotta come up with something good because it's been too long. It's gotta be good. My biggest OP. I love it. Okay. Shrimp, you're such a good girl. Thank you for showing up today. Now, why don't you just lie back, relax, and let me show you how grateful I am for you? Is that like mommy enough? Oh no, did the Discord die again? You guys, I think the Discord died again. Hold on, we gotta reopen the Discord because it's being dumb. Y'all, I am sick and tired of having to be IT support today. I don't know what's going on. Shrimp, I hope you heard me. Sorry, I had to breathe. Well, you heard me. The duh. No, why is Discord being dumb, you guys? Discord has decided to die, and I don't like it. Shrimp, that's so cute. I love that you found the emote lab thing. That's awesome. Why are we struggle busing? What's going on, you guys? I'm so annoyed. I hope y'all are enjoying the scuff. We had a relatively scuff free day yesterday. Everything was great, and now the scuff is deciding to rule everything. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
My
You hear
gosh.
me?
Okay. Yeah, I can now. The scuff is decided to No! You guys, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on and I don't like it. Oh,
Damn.
oh, I heard you laugh. You're back.
Oh yeah, no, I'm here. I'm here. Fucking tragic.
It it is. The struggle bus is real.
The struggle bus is real, and we ride that motherfucker daily.
I feel like I'm the driver of the struggle bus at this point.
You know what? Probably, yeah.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Fucking all right. What bullet point on that little fucking script thing do you want to go over next?
You pick. I had to close it because I thought it was breaking my stuff.
Fair enough. I'll suppose I'll just go in order then. All right, the Emperor's Children and why I like them. Before we start, do you have any questions on it?
Um, so as far as noise marines go, are they Emperor's children? Like, is it one of those things where like all noise marines are Emperor's children, but not all Emperor's children are noise marines?
To a degree. But
Okay,
so all Emperor's Children are not Noise Marines. Noise
correct.
Marines are a subcult.
A
So
subcult.
correct. So or well, fucking. So the cult legions, such as the World Eaters, the Emperor's Children, the Thousand Sons, and the Death Guard, are all cult legions, meaning they dedicate themselves to one of the four gods. That
Okay.
being, world eaters get corn, emperor's children get Slanesh, thousand
Right.
sons get Zinch, and Death Guard get Nurgle. So they typically have a special unit from this.
Okay.
The world eaters get their berserkers, the emperor's children get their noise marines,
Uh-huh.
Death Guard get plague marines,
A
and
plague
the
of
thousand
Marines.
sons, yes, and the
Huh.
thousand sons get rubrics.
Huh.
So noise marines are not always emperor's children, and
Right.
emperor's children are not always noise marines.
Oh, I
There's
see. Okay.
a, however, with the emperor's children, they all have like a specialization because that's how they view war. They want to be perfect in that aspect. Noise
Okay.
marines, in the sense, are they want to basically please Slanesh. They want to join her in the song because every sound made, every bolter fired, every chainsword revved is just another note in the cacophony of war
Huh.
that is there. And they're probably the chillest Emperor's children. They didn't start out that way though. Originally, they were the most mad lad of the motherfuckers in there. But right recently, they've chilled out a lot in the newer lore.
Right.
So, like in what is one of the Lords of Excess, the one of the newer books for Emperor's Children, um, the Noise Marine is one of the only dudes that's like, hey, like you're kind of a dick for a brother, but I'm gonna have your back regardless. And like through like betrayal of the whole crew to
I never.
like
How are
the
you?
world
Welcome
like
in.
turning in on them and Gene Stealer cults. Like the Noise Marine is the one that goes back for the protagonist. I say protagonist, it's a fucking Emperor's Children Marine. Uh he's pretty much an antagonist, but he's our protagonist for that story. He
Right.
goes back and saves him still, regardless, when that is a completely out of character thing to do for most any Emperor's Children Marine.
Uh-huh.
He goes back for him, he saves him, and he's like, "Hey, you're still my homeboy. I'm still gonna follow you wherever you want to go. Fucking, I've got your back."
Yeah.
Which is insane for a Chaos Marine to do, especially one dedicated to the Emperor's Children, where betrayal is just another step closer to being favored by the Dark Prince.
Valid.
But Noise Marines themselves are also, they can be like little for hire units of a sense. Like you'll find them in the Black Legion. You'll find occasional war bands that have Noise Marines working with them. Typically, they just want to be, hey, if you can get me the stuff to be as loud as possible or to whatever my objective is, I'll work with you.
Huh. Interesting.
Now, for the Emperor's Children as a whole, if we go back to 30K, back before they were corrupted by the Chaos God Slanesh, they were once super regal. They were like nobles in a sense. They were very upstanding, held themselves to like the highest of standards. They were bedecked in imperial purples and flawless golds, and they held themselves to the degree of perfection. Now, that only got that much worse when Fulgrim came in because Fulgrim,
Oh.
the Primarch, he came from a world where basically it's called Chemos. The world is Chemos.
Uh-huh.
Um, it was a world in which they were basically starving because they were cut off from like resupply and stuff from other worlds.
Right.
And as a baby, he landed from his little pod once he got separated from the Emperor, where these two teenagers are like factory workers basically, and they get sent out on this excavation to go find out what hit the planet. And they find Fulgrim, and it starts raining, like actual rain, not it. On this world, it rained razor wire for a long time.
Huh.
And when he,
Wait,
no, it doesn't
how
start
does it
raining.
rain? How does it rain razor wire?
It's not like actual razor wire. It's just like metal. It's metallic shards,
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, how does that make sense? I just had like
which
this
is
image
still
of a
wild.
giant like barbed wire coming down from this guy.
Uh, it may as well be, but so when his pod strikes the ground, these two teenagers find him because it's three teenagers that find him. My bad. And it strikes the ground, and water starts flowing up from the earth. And water is such a precious resource, and this baby is so beautiful. However, one of the teenagers says he's an orphan. Orphans on this planet are not allowed to live because they are just another mouth to feed in a world in which
Oh
they cannot afford
no.
that. And so the two teenagers kill the third and say, "We'll raise him as our own. He is Fulgrim, the Rainbringer, because water or the Waterbringer, where he grows up, and as he grows up, he is so good at his job that he manages to bring back free time for the denizens of the planet.
Huh.
And with that comes the resurgence of art and music and those hobbies that can actually be used in one's free time that they didn't have because they were all working themselves to death. But and he falls in love with this. So because he was perfect in the usage of the mining equipment and resource allocation, and he's actually one of the only Primarchs that ever got married. He was in
Oh.
multiple marriages,
Of
and it's
course he
even
was in
stated that
multiple.
look at the man, he's beautiful. But he's one of the only Primarchs to get canonically married, and
Right?
he outlived them all. And at first, he truly loved them, but he realized soon that, hey, there's no room for that here because if I make a mistake over this, it dooms everyone.
Right.
And so that standard or perfection was brought forward to the Emperor's children when he was reunited with them through the Emperor,
Right.
where they basically went insane with how hard they dedicated themselves to this. Not yet, not like actually insane yet, but like
Right.
they would look at the
Yet.
other legions yet the other legions and they'd see their styles of war and they'd be like, we have to do that, but better than them.
Huh.
And they were they're a really small legion because they got basically space cancer and it fucked them up really
Oh.
bad. But that was fixed when Fulgrim came back into the picture.
Yeah.
And basically they held themselves to such degrees where they started getting this sense of arrogance about them, like the better than thou. And you know what? I really fuck with that. And fucking eventually Fulgrim goes to this planet. It's called Lair, and it's got this Xeno species on it, and called the Lair. And these are like Xenos that have modified themselves to be the best at whatever their job is or whatever their role is on their little planet.
Right.
And Fulgrim sees it as a test, and he gives the Legion only however many days to conquer it. I think it's a month. I could be wrong. It's like, hey, the Imperium as a whole thinks this planet should just be ignored
Oh.
because it would be suicide to attack it. We're gonna go and take this bitch over within a month because
That.
we're perfection and we can do it.
We're
And
perfection.
they
We can
do.
do it.
They do. They fucking manage it. I think they have like 2 days, 1 or 2 days left, and they manage to pull it off.
Dude.
And Fulgrim finds a sword. Fulgrim
Okay.
finds a sword. Now, typically, this isn't a problem because the Legion has a trait where if they find a sword or melee weapon of exceptional, truly exceptional quality, they will pick it up and master it to be better than the person they bought and took it from.
Huh.
And so when Fulgrim sees the sword, the blade of the Lair, um, he picks it up and he takes it with him, unknowing of the greater demon of Slanesh that resides within it.
Oh.
And this sword slowly starts corrupting him over time, where Fulgrim, as a person, is very insecure in his things because his legion was the smallest. He holds himself to such a standard, and he was basically chosen. He wasn't chosen in favor of a different brother for a really important job. And with all of this, it makes him doubt certain things. And
Okay.
so the sword starts whispering to him. And he doesn't know it's the sword at first. He thinks it's his like conscious, his subconscious.
Huh.
We're like, hey, you're better than this mere human. You don't have to listen to them. Or, hey, this artist, this artist didn't draw his little painting of you to perfection of him. Or, hey, you're second in command. He's kind of a dick and he's not listening to you. He's questioning your orders. And just like this gets worse and worse and worse and worse as time goes on until
Oh.
eventually the Emperor's children are in a position where they come across the the Luna Wolves, or as this case, the Sons of Horus,
Uh-huh.
where the Sons of Horus have already committed themselves to treachery, and the Emperor's children don't know or they know this, and they catch them unaware. The Emperor's children can end the Horus heresy before it happens in space. They have everything they need to wipe out treachery at its root,
Interesting.
and Fulgrim is about to hit the button to basically end it because he doesn't have his sword on him. And then suddenly, one of his Marines is holding the sword and brings it to him. And Fulgrim looks at it and he's like, "Well, I need my sword
Yeah.
because it's a station of my status. It's a status symbol." And he picks it
Right.
up, and the moment he picks it up, he takes his hand away from the button and joins the traitor cause.
No.
And the sword goes on basically to corrupt him even further into
Oh.
madness. And finally, uh, you get to the Isvan 3 massacre,
Oh
where
dear.
the Emperor's children, the World Eaters, the Death Guard, and the Sons of Horus take roughly 50% of their legions that are still loyalist, and they bomb them from orbit with virus bombs. Think
Oh.
think nuclear warfare and chemical warfare turned up to like 14, and
Oh.
then they firebomb that, and it doesn't kill them all. It doesn't kill them all because one loyalist Emperor's children and a loyalist Luna Wolf. I'm not saying Sons of Horus because Gargoyle Loken was still a Luna Wolf at the time,
Right.
and then Nathaniel Garrow of the Death Guard all worked together to ensure that they couldn't just walk away from this without bleeding for it.
Oh my gosh.
And so for about 3 months, I believe, they basically had war between themselves where the brother fought brother, loyalist fought traitor for the very first time. And The loyalist died.
Dude. Welcome back, Gojo. Dude,
From
that's
this,
insane.
it gets worse.
Well, it always gets
So
worse. This is Warhammer we're talking about.
Sir Squawkington the Third is fucking traumatized.
A little bit.
Then we get to Iswan 5, where the Iswan 5 drop site massacre occurs. So
I'm
news of
doing well,
that
Gojo. Thank you.
gets out because
Um,
Nathaniel Garrow of the Death
and
Guard
I
manages
did
to
get some
escape
sleep.
thanks to
Not as
Saul
much as I would have
Tarvitz.
liked, but some.
Or, well, I technically have that wrong, but you know what? Fucking, it makes Emperor's Children look better. I'm gonna stick with it. Nathaniel Garrow gets to fucking make it back to Terra. The fucking Imperial Fist pick him up, and they're like, "What's going on? Why are you out here away from your Primarch?"
Uh-huh.
And Nathaniel Garrow tells them they go back to Terra. They let him know. Um, so they send out 8 legions to go smack these three, or yeah, three, the Emperor's Children, the World Eaters, and the Sons of Horus. So they get there, and basically those 3 legions are dug in, and so
Thank you for that pats,
you have
Gojo. That's so
the
nice.
Raven Guard, the Salamanders, and the Iron Hands. The Primarch of the Iron Hands, Ferrus Manus, and Fulgrim are best bros, or, well, they were, before
Well, they were.
Fulgrim said, actually, treachery is pretty cool, not gonna lie. And so those 3 legions drop first. In reserve, they have the Iron Warriors, Night Lords, Word Bearers, and who is it? The Alpha Legion, I believe? Yeah, the Alpha Legion. They have those 4 in reserve coming to back them up when they get a foothold. Um, those sides fight. Those 6 legions fight for a little while, and then the traitor legions back up. They're like, we gotta back up, and then those 4 extra legions arrive, and those 3 that started go back to those 4 legions because it's like, hey, fucking reinforcements. We're gonna use this time to like rearm, prep, and then just from behind they see a single flare go up, and then those 4 legions open fire on the
Hi,
already
CJ Hydra. How
massacred
are
3
you? Welcome in.
legions. So then you have 3 legions
Uh-huh.
getting hit by a pincer movement between 7 different legions, and it's just a bad time. They get wiped out bad. Ferrus Manus and Fulgrim meet each other in single combat, and right before Fulgrim is able to pull his strike, the sword takes control of Fulgrim and beheads his favorite brother.
My gosh. Dude.
So that
That's
was a really
insane.
fast version. That was a really fast version of the Emperor's Children Fall to Chaos. I like completely skipped the Maravigila and everything. We'd be here all fucking day if I didn't.
Yeah, that sounds right.
But with this, more things happen. The Emperor's Children eventually take on the main colors of pink armor with
Uh-huh.
black trim. However, Emperor's Children are really fun in the sense that, well, basically, they just want to be whatever fucking color they want to be, whatever
Right.
color excites their senses. So I use that as my basis for how I paint my army. So,
I
like,
love that.
obviously, you've seen a
Wait,
couple of the
Gojo, what do you
purple and
mean
gold
take the
ones, you've
hat?
seen the pink and black
What's
ones.
wrong
I have
with the
pink and
hat?
gold. I have cotton candy marines. I have black and fucking purple ones. I
Oh,
have,
is that the pink and blue one you showed me, the cotton candy one?
yes, I have a couple of those.
I love it.
Um, I have different shades of purples, pinks. I have black and white ones. Like,
No
they
wonder
just
you're well
want
equipped to
whatever.
help me with the cute marine.
Yeah, I've spent so much fucking money on paint. You have no fucking clue.
I can't blame you though.
Like, you know how I say, oh, I spent like $9,025 on my collection?
Yeah.
That's just the minis. I haven't even factored in the paint prices. That jumps up by like 300 something dollars once I put
Oh
that
my
in.
gosh. No, see, this is why I'm trying really hard not to get into it because of how much money that is. Like that's absurd.
Well,
Like
that's
this is
just
one
the
of the more
Citadel
expensive
line.
hobbies that I've ever seen.
That's just Citadel's lineup. That's me using like actual models instead of recast and Citadel paints instead of Vallejo or Army Painter. Like I could choose to be cheaper. This is just a I'm better than you thing, which falls in line with Emperor's Children.
I use the real thing because I'm better than you.
But yeah, like as they are now, they're a bunch of sadomasochists that are constantly chasing whatever sensation they can get. They are so enamored by excess and perfection that what used to be like, I'm the best at siege warfare is now I can get the loudest, or I am so unbelievably good with a sword that no one can beat me in the case of Lucius the Eternal. And you're going to hear whatever the fuck about Lucius the Eternal, but like I could go into him too. I'm not going to. But like there's just so much going on, and that's just one legion.
Dude.
That's my legion, and I
Yeah.
don't want to be like I don't want to sit here for hours and hours and hours and just constantly talk about them. So I don't blame you for not knowing a lot about really anything of the Warhammer setting. Like, it's fine. This is
Yeah.
4 years of lore that has been changing every now and again. And, like, I'm still learning stuff. They come out
Yeah.
with new books every now and again. They retcon certain things now and again.
Dude. Maybe it's cuz like so I'm trying to think of like something that I have that equates to this and it's probably honestly Disney stuff. Like not within like the recent years, like within the last 5 to 10 years ish. There's less Disney shit that I know about, but Disney used to be my happy place. It used to be the thing I loved more than anything. Like it just like it was my special interest, and it's still to a point kind of is because like all of the old movies, the old characters, like there are games that I see where it's like name the movie from this frame kind of thing. And if you didn't know the movies well enough, you wouldn't be able to. But I have seen every Disney movie that I possibly can that's animated enough times to be able to pick out the movie just by a random frame from the movie itself. Um, and like I can tell you not necessarily like the history of the company, but like um all of the like I can tell you every single story from every single one of those movies. There's a bunch of them I can like quote verbatim, like Finding Nemo for example. I used to be able to quote verbatim because we watched it so much. Um and stuff like that. So like I feel like it's kind of the same thing with that like for you with Warhammer kind of thing cuz it's like you like it so much that you just do all of the research on it and you watch all of the things and you read all of the things and get like super involved in it.
Right, Queenie?
Huh? What?
Okay, cool. I was hoping Discord didn't do the thing again. That would have sucked.
No, yeah, I semi sort of ended that with like not a question but also a question at the same time. Is that kind of the same thing for you?
Somewhat. Somewhat. Actually the next bullet point is the reason why I got into Warhammer, but there is one more thing to talk about with
Okay.
so the Maravigila. This is the creation of Noise Marines and why I like them.
Right.
Um, the Maravigila is basically a concert that summoned Demons of Slanesh, and it was so wildly sensational that it drove a lot of the Emperor's Children present insane to the point where once the demons killed the performers, they were
No,
so
Gojo, you're not
enraptured with
allowed
the
to take
music,
my hat.
they took up
Can't have
the
it.
instruments, and when they strummed them, which is where you get like the guitars for the blast masters and stuff,
Uh,
um, when they strummed them, it let out a destructive blast, and the first noise marines were truly born in the Maravigila.
huh.
But that translate also onto tabletop. So like often you'll see that not noise marines, Emperor's Children are very
Gojo, why
fast.
do you want my
They're
hat so
fast as
bad?
hell, and they hit really hard. But because of them enjoying such sensations, they are glass cannons. And
Oh.
if you don't have good timing or positioning, basically, if you don't play perfect, you don't fucking win.
You don't know, you just want it. Damn.
So
The
like,
the pursuit of perfection is interesting to me. Cuz like I get the like wanting to be perfect thing, but like I don't know, like the absolute obsession with perfection blows my mind. Cuz it like
well,
that feels like it
they
would overtake your entire life and it would be like compulsive and like awful.
it does. It does. And that's what the Emperor's Children lost sight of, that perfection is not a state you can ever truly reach, but the pursuit of it is noble in itself, so long as
Right.
you don't let it overtake you. Because once you think you've hit perfection, you've never fell further from it.
Right.
All right. Are you ready for the frankly kind of sad reason of why I like Warhammer so much?
Um, I don't know. Am I?
Probably not, but we're going to get into it any fucking ways. All right. So I'm back in the Marine Corps. We're going to
Take it
say,
and run. No, Gojo, you can't have my hat.
so I'm on my first deployment, and about halfway through, I get Dear Johned,
Oh, right, yeah.
and it puts me in a really bad depressive state, and I'm just falling further and further into depression and self hatred and all that goody goody gumdrop bullshit.
Goody goody
And
gumdrop.
fucking, and I realize it, and I'm like, I need something to distract me. But because I'm in 29 fucking palms, there's nothing
Yeah,
for hours. And it hits me really hard. And I start playing Dungeons and Dragons
right?
with my current friend group from the Marine Corps. So like,
Yep,
you know, some of them, such as Heretical Hades, or Red as we all call him, Florida Man, and a couple of the others. But and that's just like it's fun, but I don't do it often. It's just not enough.
yeah.
And one day after Dungeons and Dragons, Florida Man offers like, "Hey, I have some Warhammer models, and I was wondering if any of you would like to like try and play it with me." Because I have them, I have them painted, and I just want to be able to do something else. And I'm like, Warhammer. I've seen some like small videos here and there about it. And I just don't know a
Yeah.
lot about it, but it looks really cool. And he's like, "Oh hell yeah, dude!" And I don't know it, but right after that, he goes to the hobby store, and it's like 10 minutes off base, and he gets a Chaos Marines army. And he shows up the next day. He's like, "Hey man, I got these dudes. Um, fucking, did you look at what I told you to?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. I looked into some of the lore and stuff, and I really like these dubstep guys, the ones that are like all like fucking with the dubstep guns, dubstep guns, dubstep guns. That's what got
Yeah.
me because I was really into dubstep at the time, and I still am. But I'm like, yeah, they shoot music out their guns and they have guitars and shit. Hell yeah, that
That's so
sounds cool
cool.
as hell. And he's like, all right, cool. And so he goes to his room. I go to mine, and he paints them in Emperor's Children colors. And I still have the models. I still have all of them.
That's so awesome.
And he paints them up, and me and him play a game, and we play it so horribly. We don't even really know how to actually play the fucking game, but like we play it regardless. And I just remember like having the most fucking fun I think I've ever really had in the Marine Corps. Just throwing these dice and bullshitting with him. And so he doesn't even get to leave. I'm like, hey man, this is really fucking fun. We should do it again. He's like, hell yeah, dude. And the next day, I couldn't stop thinking about playing that fucking game again. And so I go to his room. I'm like, hey, Florida man, fucking, can I just buy those fucking minis off you, dude? He's like, of course. And so I buy them from him, and we play more and more and more. And then, like, one day he shows up with another unit on the table. I'm like, oh, word? Where'd you get those? He tells me about the hobby store.
uh,
I'm like, cool, man, that's cool. And then I go to the hobby store and I come back the next day with a new unit. He's like, oh, word? Cool. And this this goes on and fucking on and on and on and on and on. And then we're just like so deep into it at this fucking point that like it's just insane. Like we're hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars into it where we're just like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna bring this to kill that.
yeah.
And he's like, well, I just got this to kill that. Da, 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 da. And it just spirals. And it was so fun every fucking time. Every fucking time. It saved my life really
Yeah.
because at that point I didn't have anything going on for me, and in a way I feel indebted to it. Not
Fair.
in the sense of I owe any money, but or
But
that I
even in
have to
debt, I
do
still
this.
serve.
Even in death, I still serve. But like just the sense of hey, it was there for me, and I want to be here for it.
yeah.
And so fucking I still play it. I still play it. I
Fair.
still keep up with everything. I learned a lot of the lore of fucking $9,025 into it for just the minis. Like that's not including my fucking 3D printer or the recast or the paints, the books, the tattoo even.
Right.
And I don't regret a fucking penny.
Good.
But that's the real reason of why I'm so into the fucking Warhammer stuff.
I love it. I think that's fantastic though. Cause like it's something you love and there's a good reason for it. Like if it was something you loved just for like no, never mind, ignore me. The you loving it and having a good reason for loving it just makes it even better, you know?
Yeah,
So, that's awesome. Well, thank you for like telling me about all of the things. Cuz like it also talking to you about it also helps like clear up some stuff too cuz like I keep looking up videos to try to understand it better and then it just feels like it makes it more confusing. And so like talking to you about it has helped a lot with like making it less confusing.
that's completely understandable. If you want to make it even easier, just pick the first character that fucking interests the shit out of you, out of your faction, right? So
Yeah.
fucking, if you like Emperor's Children and you see fucking Lucius the Eternal, and that dude's really cool to you, look him up, read into his stuff,
Yeah,
and then be like, oh, hey, he was in this fight. What did he do here? What was this fight about? So on and so
fair.
forth. And you can do that for the orcs or space wolves or fucking whatever, like the Raven Guard. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I might have to
But
do that because I really like the Raven Guard and I like the Space Wolves, but I also love the orcs because I think they're so funny. Like, just orcs themselves are they're ridiculous in the best way. They're just cartoonish, and I think it's hilarious that in this world of like constant war and contention and shit like that, that there's things that exist that are like just cartoons.
they're just there to have a good time.
Exactly. And I think it's so funny. So I might look into the like orc stuff more, or like maybe look into the Raven Guard or the Space Wolves and stuff, and kind of like learn more of the stories from there, like who the characters are and what their story is and stuff like that. I think it would be interesting.
Go for it. Hell, I know the orcs have what, like two in Space Marine 1. They're the main enemy,
Uh-huh.
and then they have a game called, what is it? Let me look at Steam. But it's like a car combat game, and it's fucking stupid. They're really funny.
I love that.
Let's
That's
see.
awesome.
What's it called? Fucking. Let me go to the
Holy
store.
wind, Batman. Sorry, for those of you who don't know, while Noise is looking that up, I'm in Alaska, right? We've had a major snowstorm and will the entire weekend. Like, it's so bad that my hubby couldn't go into work today because they're like, nope, you're not going to be able to get out of the parking lot to go home, so leave now. Um, and so there's already 2 feet of snow that popped up overnight. And now the wind is blowing the snow off of the trees and off of the roofs to add to the ground. It's great. Love where I live.
All right. It's called Warhammer 40,000 Speed Freaks. And
Oh wait, I think Night Banshee was mentioning that.
but yeah, you can drive your little boomdaka snaz wagon, your war trike, your fucking custom booster, your
Custom booster.
your what is it called? It's not the dragsta, it's the shock jump dragsta or something. The looted battle wagon. Like, you can drive them all, and it's all fucking like racing and like car combat stuff like that. You can customize them, fucking all sorts of shit. And
High octane combat racing. That's so funny. I'm looking at the
but
Steam right now.
it's like $20, I think.
Yep.
But that should give you like a fun, like, hey, like these are the actual dudes that I play or whatever.
That's so
And
funny.
The _1 _ naked
I'm
_
pretty sure the
synapsis has
orcs
given
have a
Queenie 5
detachment where
bits.
they're like super
We cannot
vehicle
promise that
focused.
the
I could be
goblin will
wrong.
not
I don't
spend them
know.
on trinkets.
Oh no. The naked synapses, thank you for the 5 biddies. I got banned from laser tag today. Apparently they frown on using a knife to save ammo. No! Do not understand the concept of laser tag. Laser
Well,
tag
he
is
didn't want to waste his
unlimited
battery.
ammo. Waste his battery.
The child is right there. Why can't I slit his throat? What the fuck?
No! No! Look
Let
what
me
you've done!
assassinate. Let me
Look what you've done
assassinate
to
them.
Squawky! No! He's traumatized. He's gonna leave.
Sir Squawkington the Third needs to fucking catch up.
Okay. Look, you made him leave. You made him leave. How dare you? Instant
Oh
catch
Lord.
up. He's like, I can't do this. Too much trauma for one day. A styrofoam strike to the ear fells most children. No! What the crap?
Punish them for their weakness.
No! Stop that! What is what is with you guys? Oh my gosh.
I'm just telling you like it is.
I'm just telling you like it is. Okay, as someone who feels like a mother without children, I cannot endorse treating children like this.
As an older brother, I fully endorse treating children like this.
Older brother. Oh my gosh. Y'all are insane. Which I knew this. You guys are my chat. Of course you're insane. Squawks, are you
All
gonna
right.
come back?
No. Sir Squawkington the Third is not coming back.
You traumatized him too much. He's like, I can't do this anymore.
He was fine with everything until I got into why I like Warhammer.
No. He was traumatized by lots of things.
Weakness.
Oh my gosh. Now we're just gonna have clips of him just being like, huh.
All right. You got any questions about why I like it?
No, it all makes a lot of sense. And I can't blame you for like having that be the reason why you got super into it. Yeah, I would have been that for me too.
All right then. I suppose what's next is likes, dislikes, and hopes for the future. Things I like about the hobby. Fucking the minis. The minis are so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
You can they're super customizable too. Like a lot of the new Primaris models for Space Marines are monopose, which is really fucking lame. But like if you're dedicated enough, you can still make stuff work.
Right.
Like
Wait, do you mean
I
like
have
there are some
some.
minis that you can actually like move and pose and stuff?
Oh, I like for my knights, my chaos knights, for instance. I can move their arms around. I can make their head look a different way.
Oh,
It's kind of limited, but I
right.
mean in the sense of like building them. Like
Oh,
I
oh.
can have an arm up higher or a hand hold a different weapon. I can have a different gun, or I can make their legs move for whichever way and then glue them like that. So they're not all just one dude in the same exact pose.
I'm apparently so unfamiliar with minis and stuff because I thought you just bought minis and they were stuck that way and you painted them and that was pretty much it. Like I didn't think that you built them.
Yeah, no, you build them, and it's called kit bashing because you can take certain parts from kits and then throw them on a different mini, and that's called kit bashing. Where
Huh.
um, actually the model I'm not the Berserker, the Leviathan Dreadnought I'm working on
Yeah.
is kit bashed. It's a very simple one. I literally just took the Chaos Lord with jump packs, wings, his little trophy rack, and I stuck
Yeah.
them on the hole. So the Leviathan Dreadnought now has spike racks on him.
Oh.
Um, for one of my nights, I kit bashed the Mauler. I had two Mauler Fiends, and I made a Forge Fiend out of one of them. But with the spare Molifine lashing tendrils, I stuck them on the knight, so now I have a big ass knight with like tentacles coming out of his back and stuff. Let's see what else. I have a few Kit
So
Bash
does a
models.
knife. My gosh. Thanks for popping in to say hi, Ford Too Fast. Oh my gosh, they're still talking about the styrofoam strike to the ear.
Well, a knife does work as well. Some would say even better than the styrofoam.
You think? My
Your little brother
gosh.
being too loud, fucking give him a knife, hit him with a knife. Chances are he's not going to be loud again.
No! Thanks, Ford. Have a good night or day or whatever time it is for you. Oh
So
my
like
gosh.
the
The check-in. Thank
monopose
you for the
minis
check-in.
aren't as customizable because like they are strictly like one pose. They're typically slotted in to be like they come in pieces and basically the pieces all make like one singular pose where they're like made to fit in that way.
Uh-huh.
Uh, but Chaos Marines typically have like and older Space Marines typically have just a lot of customization options. Like I've stuck the new infractors and tormentors bits on fucking Mark III armors for the iron pattern armor.
Uh-huh.
Where like that's how deep into this I know. I can differentiate between armor patterns and shit between Space Marines. And so like I have one that's got a Shrieker pistol, which is a really new addition because they just Emperor's Children just got an army release on a kit from 30K.
Oh.
Um,
Hi, Punisher. How are you? Welcome in.
and so there's a lot of freedom of creativity with the minis,
Yeah.
not only in how you paint them, but how you build them, what you kit them out with. You can make like custom characters even. Um, and you can give them rules and whatever and stuff. Uh, and that'll go into tabletop in a second.
Right.
But another thing I like is the painting. Fucking, you can paint them how the fuck ever you want. Um, for a lot of them, like you see, like the fucking Ultramarines everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can just paint them red with gold or black trim and be like, they're Blood Angels now. These are Blood Angel minis.
They're blood angels now, baby.
Or you can paint them black and then you can be like, they're Iron Hands or Raven Guard. Doesn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
Uh, Emperor's Children, fucking, I can paint those dudes however I want to paint them. I can paint them in styles that mock other factions. Like I have one of my flawless blades that I'm using as a possessed model for the moment. But
Yeah.
I have a flawless blade painted in Custodes colors to mock
Oh.
them. Um,
Why is that mocking them?
because imagine if your worst enemy was wearing your outfit.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Sorry, brain.
No, you're good.
I
That's another
apparently I
really
have
fun
more of the
thing.
tism than I thought because I'm like that doesn't make any sense. Why would that make them upset? That's why. Anyways.
That's another really fun thing about the Emperor's Children. So a lot of the times you'll hear "For the Emperor" when you're playing Space Marine.
Yeah.
Uh, the full thing is "For the Emperor, death to his foes." The Emperor's Children still say that shit, and it's strictly to mock the loyalist.
Love that.
And actually, in that short story you read that I wrote, like I put it in there,
Yeah.
but painting's really fun. The um, tabletop is really fun. You get a shit ton of really cool rules that like show off, hey, this is how this legion fights. This is what they do best. This is how they play. Um, and a lot of times it's really good. Ninth edition, great. Fucking in ninth edition, Emperor's Children were only a sub faction, so like they didn't have any like dedicated models or whatever outside of Noise
Right.
Marines. But like their rules were cool because I get to ignore modifiers. So like if you smoke screen yourself, I don't care. Smoke in my eyes is just another sensation for me to enjoy, and I hit you at the same thing that I normally hit you on. Or another good one is for Emperor's Children, we got fights first
Yeah.
because we're fast. We're fast as hell. The
Hi,
thing is,
General. How
though,
are you?
for
Welcome
both of
in.
those cool
It
abilities,
goes good. We're
uh,
we're Warhammer
it
tisming right
mirrors
now.
the sense of, or it mirrors the history of us always being the smallest legion because our stuff is pricey as hell.
Yeah.
So, like, while Red can bring 100 berserkers to the battle, I can only bring like 70 something noise marines for the exact same price because my stuff costs more point
Yeah.
wise. Um, fucking Florida man can bring like 300 something guardsmen, and I can only bring however many fucking noise marines, and it's he always outnumbers me like 3 or 4 to 1.
Oh my gosh.
So it rewards the hey, position your stuff perfectly, move them out at the right times, and hit the right targets,
Yeah.
or you're going to die.
It's the constant perfection thing. Like
Exactly.
that interesting. I love that it like
Like
bleeds into everything too. Like that's so cool.
Raven Guard, right? Fucking Raven Guard are super stealthy. So like for their characters, they can get upgrades to be like, hey, if I'm taking cover, it's even harder to hit me than normal,
Yeah.
or I get an even better save. For for Dark Angels, uh, Brits Brits had me build him that Dark Angels list because
Oh
I
yeah.
built you that fucking Raven Guard list. We still haven't played
Yeah.
that game. We still need to do that.
That's true.
For his Terminators, because he's using the Deathwing thing, Deathwing get a bonus for their Terminators, so they can hit even
Oh.
harder than normal.
Huh.
Um, like, and that mirrors lore. Like, it's tabletop usually does a really good job of trying to do what the army would do in lore.
Yeah.
Uh, sometimes they don't though, but that's going to be within fucking the dislikes.
Yeah.
One of the last things I really like about the hobby is the lore. We've kind of already talked about that, but like
Yeah.
just for the Horus Heresy alone, there's like 60 something books, 70 something
Dude.
now that I think of it.
That's freaking insane.
And then there are hundreds of books for the current setting.
Dude.
Like I have some of them. I have the Fulgrim book. I've read it probably 6 times now, I think. The book is beat to hell because I would bring it to the field with me and read it there.
Yeah.
Um, there's so much reading. If you ever just think you don't have something to read, you're lying to yourself. And
Um
no, I'm not talking about all your little dirty fucking dark fantasy
excuse
books.
you. I do not read
Ex-
that much smut, okay?
excuse me, bitch. Did you say that much?
I don't read that much.
All right,
I have
sure,
two
sure,
books that I
sure.
am reading currently. One of them is smut, one of them is not. Although supposedly, potentially, the series is supposed to turn into that, but I'm only on book 3 of this series. And I
So
haven't
when it
read.
does turn to smut, you're still gonna read it.
Well, yeah.
All right, good. Sticking to your principles. I like it. All right.
But like, you should see my TBR. I have a whole. Okay. So I have a reading journal here. Um, that I specifically bought like to keep track of reading stuff. So I have in it, I have a little bookshelf of all of the books that I have read since starting the journal. And then I have a whole TBR list that is currently So this book isn't, I would say it's probably like a fraction smaller than an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Like not by a lot, but it's like smaller than that, right? I have one, two, three, four, five, six, almost 7 entire pages of a TBR. Um, as well as like pages to review the books I've read. I have more book like on a book wish list that's not and these are all of the books that are on my TBR that are not read yet. But I will never ever ever run out of things to read. I can promise you that.
This is true. If you ever want to read some of the Warhammer stuff, fucking, they have what's called the Black Library app,
Uh-huh.
and they have some books are like very short. They're like little novellas, and they have audiobooks. They have like fully acted out ones where they're like different voices and stuff.
Oh, I love
Uh,
those.
they have just regular ass like ebooks, and I even have some of them. I have the digital copy of Fulgrim and the hard copy.
Nice.
But like I'll send you the app later. But
Yes, please.
like
Actually,
it's just
so you said it's called the Black Library app?
yes,
Okay, I'm
Black
going to make a note of
Library
that.
audio.
Okay, I'm putting a note in RTMs to remind me to look at it. Cause I don't, cause I my phone is a little busy right now, but I'm definitely gonna look that
Things
up because I'm definitely more of a novel reader, than anything else. So like if it's formatted like a novel, I'll have an easier time reading it than if it's a like formatted like a textbook kind of thing.
right.
So but that's good to know because that'll also, and the fact that they're audiobooks too. I love audiobooks. Um and for they do count as reading, by the way. Audiobooks count as reading the book.
I,
Um
I'm not arguing with you on that.
no,
I
I
think it's
know.
reading.
There's so many people. Okay, so I'm very much a bibliophile. And the fact that there are people that argue over the fact that um that argue over the fact that audiobooks are reading the book drives me crazy because audiobooks are reading the book. Don't tickle me. Gosh dang it. Brits just came in the room and he likes to tickle me out of nowhere. Anyways, it counts. You read the book. It doesn't matter if somebody read it to you. You still read the book because you put in the time and the effort to listen to the book while you're doing other things. Some people have to like have the audio plus the written word thing. Like it counts. It counts.
It does.
Hi.
It does.
Hello, my love.
I love you.
I love you.
I shall go commit
Hybrids.
atrocities now.
Why are you committing atrocities with what? 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 Okay, in case you didn't hear that, Brits is putting pancakes in a bowl and he's pouring syrup over it like it's milk because he didn't want to dirty a plate.
I see nothing wrong with this.
He's calling it committing atrocities.
Have you ever had a Pop Tart cereal?
No.
Okay, well, with your reaction to the pancakes in a bowl thing, I don't think I'll tell you. But
Well, no, you probably just crumble up the Pop Tarts and then you pour milk over it and eat it like cereal.
she knows the forbidden lore. Oh shit.
It's not that hard to figure out. Like, how do you turn Pop Tarts into a cereal? That.
Well, I mean, the name also kind of gives it away, but you know.
Exactly.
Um, things I don't like about the hobby. As the bullet point says, this shit mad expensive. So, fucking dude, it's so expensive. I'm not even gonna lie. Like for the baseline troops unit, which are Legionnaires for Chaos Marines, it is $62.50 for a 10-man squad. Um,
Right.
I have my little inventory master list right here, and let's see, I have 177 Legionnaires. So 62.50, or actually, hold up. Oh yeah, no, that's right. They got a price increase. They're actually $65 now. $65 for 10 dudes equals out to $6.50 for every single Legionnaire. I have 177 of them.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
to save you from the math of that, because I've already done this, I have my inventory master list. Uh, that's $1,144 in just that unit alone.
Dude, that's
Noise Marines come in
absurd.
6 packs. Noise Marines
Ugh.
come in a 6-man box where there are 6 Noise Marines in every box. And funnily enough, it's $69 for that.
Oh my gosh.
So that means every Noise Marine is $11.50. I have 26 of them. So that means
Uh,
I have $299 into Noise Marines alone. In fact,
yeah.
I'm just going to send you this so you can actually see it.
Oh dear.
Do, 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 do.
We have a Google Doc chat. I would like to. Oh crap.
There,
Well,
try it again.
that's my actual email.
I don't care. I'm not going to use it.
No, I know. That's why I don't care that you know it. I just was like, because I do everything under Queenie these days, like, I never think about it doing it as, like, actual me. Holy.
Yeah. Yeah, read
My
that.
gosh. Ew. This sounds like a freaking nightmare. Total collection value $9,025.72. Oh my gosh. For 370 minis?
For 370 minis.
That's absurd. See, this is why I am struggling with wanting to get into the mini hobby because of this. Ugh, no.
So that means if I sold every mini for the same exact price, that's $24.39 a mini.
My gosh.
That means 2 minis would fill a tank of gas in California.
Huh. Ew. No. Oh my gosh, that's awful.
To be fair though, I do have some really high ticket fucking minis. That Chaos Knight Porphyrion,
Yeah.
that motherfucker's $710 alone.
Ugh. Oh my gosh.
Uh,
It's like I've seen the like I saw a video where they took these gigantic Warhammer things and they painted them and they like put them together and then made like this diorama out of them and stuff. And I think they mentioned how expensive it was and I was like, "Why would you do that? That's
yeah,
awful."
yeah, it's bad.
Oh
And the
my
thing is,
word.
it keeps getting worse. Do you notice how I said the Legionnaires were 62.50?
Yeah.
That was, I want to say, August of last year. The price keeps going up constantly. If you
Oh my
look at
gosh.
the Chaos Knights, the Rampager, the Spoiler, Abominant, and Desecrator used to only be $165 a night.
Yeah.
They are $200 now. That's back when I started, by the way.
Oh
Fucking
my gosh.
165. I have to update this master list constantly because the price keeps increasing and
Yeah.
therefore the collection worth goes up and up and up. And so I have to have this updated for insurance purposes. I have enough of a collection that insurance actually matters now.
Oh my word. That's
Uh,
absurd.
yeah, that said, again, I've taken this really far. Most people get to around 2,000, 3,000 points, call it a fucking day. And
Yeah.
that's completely fine. That's valid 100%. The hobby is expensive. The paints alone, uh, a metallic paint for what is this fucking what is the size of this? Uh, for zero point 0.6 fluid ounces of paint or 18 milliliters. Oh wait, hold up. No, I got the wrong paint. My bad. For zero point 0.4 fluid ounces or 12 milliliters for a metallic paint is $7.50 for one pot.
Golly.
For, for one singular pot. I have one, two, three, four, five, six on my little desk right now.
That's absurd.
Um, and I know this like it sounds like I'm flexing. I'm not. This is a
No,
fucking cry
no.
for help, if anything. Uh,
Like, please make them less expensive, please.
the fucking can of primer that I have, the spray primer that I have, is $18.50 for black. That's the cheapest paint color. The white and all the rest of them, like Xandri Dust, fucking Wraithbone, Gracier, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Um, those are $22.50.
Oh my gosh.
Uh, um, the hobby is expensive, and it's only getting more expensive.
Yeah.
And personally, it's not sustainable. Like I haven't bought a actual GW mini in I want to say a year. I've been
Right.
using that recaster that I sent to y'all.
Well, yeah,
Um,
it's
don't
ridiculous.
say the recaster's name. Don't say the recaster's
Oh,
name
I'm not
out
going
loud,
to.
by the way. Um, just in case a GW exec gets on and sees this, but
Right.
you know, I doubt it. But at the same time, you can never be too sure.
Yeah.
The hobby is expensive, and that's why I'm okay with fucking getting you your first mini
Right.
and painting it because I have the stuff already. Fucking another thing I dislike the tabletop rules. I know I was just praising them earlier, but fucking hell. With 10th edition, like you heard me praise ninth edition.
Yeah.
With 10th edition, I feel like it's gone really heavy into Hero Hammer, where if you don't have a certain character, your minis are just gonna suck on tabletop.
Right.
Another thing is because Emperor's Children finally got released in 10th edition, they have their own units, as in you can't use all the other ones. I haven't done the math on this yet because, frankly, I'd be way too incensed, infuriated, pissed off, mad, furious. Um, but essentially, 4/5 of my entire collection, I can't even fucking use for 10th edition
Oh my gosh.
simply because the rules do not support it. And I
Yeah.
think that is horrendous. And the thing is, only Chaos Marines can't do that.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
like, the Loyalist Marines, they all share their entire range outside of like certain characters and very few specific things, right? Like,
Yeah.
I can't bring fucking Robute Gilliman and use him with a Dark Angels army. But Chaos Marines are limited in what they can use. So if you play World Eaters, you don't have certain options. Like you don't have access to most anything. Like you don't get
Right.
regular cultist anymore. You have to use a certain kind of cultist. You don't get fucking raptors anymore.
Interesting.
Same story
Oh, did I lose you?
can no longer be used simply because the rules don't allow it.
Oh.
Um, certain characters get put into what's called legends all the time.
Yeah.
So, and this isn't just for Chaos or Loyalist or Xenos or whatever. This is for every fucking one.
Right.
A lot of really cool models, such as Doom Rider. Doom Rider, fucking certain characters just get the axe, like the Librarian Dreadnought for Blood
Yeah.
Angels. He got sent to Legends. You can't use them for tournament stuff anymore. They got like legend rules but they don't get updated. So it's if you get a busted legend sheet, you can't use it unless you're playing
Yeah.
casual play, and then your opponent has to agree to it. You if you just get a really sorry sheet for legends, sucks to be you, buddy.
My gosh.
The availability, fucking when the Emperor's Children dropped, they got their own little fun little introductory box,
Yeah.
and it sold out within I want to say 2 hours.
Wow.
Um, not only did
Like, as far as I know, yes. But, like, right now it's, like, I'm looking at Twitch right now and it says that my
oh, it's back.
stream
It's
has
back.
been disconnected.
I think it's back. Could be
Is
wrong.
it?
I have no idea. Fucking oh no,
Nope. Oh, hold on.
because I had
I'm normal. Let's see if it translates in a few seconds here. I don't know what happened. There it is. We're back. Okay.
um the life cycle of GW. So you said you went to college for business, correct?
um for a minute, yeah.
Okay, well, so did I. So we should both know, but for the viewer purposes, uh, hobbies such as this need new people to come into it to stay
Yep.
sustainable and buy minis.
Correct.
All right. Well, the life cycle for GW's different game modes, so you have 40K, Horus Heresy, Age of Sigmar, are 3 years. And so in what was it, 2023, 10th edition came out. So now that we're in 2026, 11th edition is about to come out.
Okay.
Uh, there's armies that only just got their codex, and for ninth edition, it was the same
Mojo,
way.
you lost my hat. How
World Eaters
dare
and
you?
Astra Militarum were the
Told you you're not
last
allowed to
two to get
take it in
their
the first
codexes,
place.
and
Rude.
they were available to use for about a month or so before 11th edition came out and invalidated those things
What?
completely. Yes, so a codex is about $60, and that gives you the book, the rules, and the digital code to use said rules. Uh, when 11th edition came out and the new app came out, you couldn't use those rules anymore unless you were playing ninth edition.
Oh.
And with them adding new armies constantly, in the sense of like, I imagine Iron Warriors is going to come out for 11th edition because they've been dropping a lot of cool Iron Warriors and Demon Engine shits lately. That's really cool. That is really fucking cool. And same for Red Corsairs. However, that's two more armies to the roster
Yeah.
when I know that there are models that are of drinking age. Lucius the Eternal could legally drink. His model, his little mini, could legally drink before they finally got him the update with the release of the Emperor's Children in
Right.
10th edition. There are Drukari and Eldar models that are the same, if not worse, because they just don't get updated. They don't get fucking range refreshes in the 3 year
Right.
time span. Um, like I understand the need for sustainment, but like if you're not going to have these armies get the support they need and the time to use them, then why even have them? Like
Yeah.
Votan, I don't know any Votan players. The time that I did was when they had just came out and they were busted in ninth edition. They were
Right.
so busted that they weren't even allowed in tournament play because it was just
Wow.
frankly unfair to use them. And then they got hard nerfed, and then the change happened. So those players just got stuck with a shit army, and there's no lore for them. Or well, I say there's no lore. There's like 2 books, and like there's no support. I might like them more. I hate Votan, by the way, but I might like them more if they actually had some fucking lore to stand on. But the 3 year cycle isn't friendly to that, and I think Games Workshop needs to figure out what they want to prioritize. Do they want to care more about the tournament aspect, which is frankly a mistake in my opinion, or do they care more for like making sure the current players have a good time? Now, I understand with needing new players to come into the hobby keeps it sustainable because once
Yeah.
you have like 3,000 points, why would you want to keep getting minis? Like me and Florida Man, like absolutely, we're in the thick of this. We're never coming out. This is. It would have been cheaper to do drugs, is what I'm saying. But like
Holy.
what?
Sorry, I'm just looking at my window and it's just white. Like I can't see the houses across the way. I can see the trees behind me, like behind the house, but I can't see the houses behind the house just because of the massive force of wind blowing snow everywhere. And I just got overwhelmed. I apologize. And I'm really hoping that for the time being, my dogs do not need to go outside because I don't want them or me out in that.
Understandable.
Dude,
Fucking what?
I just was thinking about the like because for a business to be sustainable and for the people who love the minis and stuff, um to be able to continue doing the minis and stuff, obviously there need to be new people that come into it and there need to be things like that, but in that same breath it's also a double-edged sword because it's like it's so expensive right now that it is almost impossible for new people to get into it without like going into debt to
Breaking
do
the bank.
so.
Yeah,
And so it's like it's almost like you're seeing the downfall of the hobby, which hopefully, okay, Henry Cavill is making a Warhammer movie. Um and hopefully with that it will help with a little bit of the publicity for it, which will make people want to get into it more. But I don't know that the company that makes the minis and stuff will want to make the minis cheaper to make them more accessible.
right. Fucking Games Workshop is the company you were thinking about, but I call them GW.
Yeah.
Um, that's actually the last bullet point on my dislikes. Games Workshop itself. So for I understand that as a company they have to protect their IP,
Yeah.
but in Britain, where the Games Workshop is a British company,
Yep.
uh, I believe their IP law is slightly different from American law in the fact that if they don't strike down everything, then they can't strike down the bad stuff. So like say
Right.
fucking so like there's this creator on YouTube called Sodaz, and Sodaz has made some insanely good animations for Warhammer, about the
Yeah.
Warhammer universe, and they have to strike them down.
What?
Why? Because apparently in British fucking IP law is that if you don't strike down everyone's like technical infringement, you can't strike down the ones that are like actually bad. So like say if someone wants to do a little angry mustache German Space Marine chapter, um, if GW doesn't go after both Sodaz and that dude, then they can't go after just that dude.
Yeah.
So like I kind of understand it, but like if that's the case, then like fucking hell, dude, like because the animations are beautiful. Like I could send you links to these things, and you would be like, "Holy shit, this is crazy!"
Yeah.
And it's just sad.
I agree.
Another thing I don't like about the company is that, and I understand this too, but like the I call it blueberry flavored favoritism, where
The
everything is
Ultramarines being the
Ultramarines.
poster boys.
Yeah, like
Yep.
I'm so sick of them, dude. It's not even like I actually hate the chapter. It's just I'm sick of seeing them.
Yeah.
Everything is fucking Ultramarines.
It's like
And
give another
again, they're
faction
the
a
poster
chance, bro.
boys. Yeah, like just going into a Warhammer shop, like I understand if like, hey, this is just the most recognizable one, but it's
Yeah.
only the most recognizable one because you shoved it down everyone's throats.
Right.
And it just for a long time there, it was just every new mini was pretty much going to be another Ultramarine mini. Like the amount of captains and lieutenants, they're called lieutenants by GW because it's the British
Freaking
pronunciation,
British
but
shit.
yeah. Uh, there are so many captains and lieutenants for Space Marines in general when there are seven, I think, seven truly unique Emperor's Children models and seven or eight truly unique World Eaters models for their respective armies. And so it's like, why? Why are there this many captains and lieutenants whenever these other armies have none? And that goes back to the same thing with fucking like the Drukari minis
Yeah.
and some of the Eldar minis. Like you're telling me Marnius Calgar has four different minis of himself, four mini updates,
Yeah.
and this fine cast model right here is still something you sell for this army? Like why?
Yeah.
Like I get favoritism, but like come on, man. Like let these other armies breathe a little. I might not hate the Votan so much if you give them a really cool mini. I might
Right.
not hate Tal. No, I'm gonna hate Tal regardless. That was a lie. Yeah, no, I hate Tal. But like still, it's just give some of these other armies a chance.
Yeah.
But fucking any questions on the likes or dislikes before I finish up with the hopes?
Nah, it all makes sense.
All right, my hopes for the future of the hobby, new models. I love new models, and
Yeah.
they're kind of already doing some of that with the new Red Corsairs models and the new Defiler that came out. Oh my god, that thing is so pretty. The new fucking the Mutilators that came out. Oh my god, they're so pretty, dude. I fucking love them. Um, I'm super excited for those things. I'm so hyped. Oh my god. Um, Ideally, I would like some new Emperor's Children minis and World Eaters minis because me and Red are fucking starving. Um, fucking kill the Votan. Kill off the Votan. Kill off the Votan. They don't need to be here. They should stay dead. Their lore sucks. They have a
They
mini
should
suit
stay dead.
character.
Their lore
Fuck them.
sucks.
Um, New models. Always a fan of new models, even if they're loyalist models. Fucking everyone deserves new models.
Yeah.
The more models you can give, the more people you can interest.
Fair.
Um, better rules, fucking so far on tabletop for 10th edition. The only way to even really be competitive, like, don't get me wrong, the detachments are cool for Emperor's
Yeah.
Children. Uh, Carnival's really fun if you want to play with the demons. Um, Peerless Bladesman, really fun for melee. But so far, the only way that really anyone has gotten to be any kind of like competitive with tournaments for Emperor's Children, and tournaments are how they base rule balancing on. The only fucking detachment that is competitive enough to bring to a tournament is Coterie of the Conceited.
Interesting.
And because it was the only one that people were bringing and winning with, it got nerfed. And so now it's like, well, shit. Like, just better rules all around. Like, I understand some detachments are always going to perform not as hot as other ones, but like, holy shit. Come on, bro. Like, I haven't seen a fucking Slaanesha's Chosen detachment player at all. And like, I'm regularly in like the different discords and Reddits and stuff because I
Yeah.
enjoy Emperor's Children.
Right.
And like, I'm trying to see what people are doing, like, get ideas for what I want to do. Like, I have a whole Google folder for images of paint inspirations
I love that.
and fucking if you're still looking at that webpage, I don't think you are. But fucking there's a bullet point called "Where the fuck is my anti-tank?" That's
Yep.
already been addressed with the new Defiler. The new Defiler model is so fucking cool, bro. Oh my god, it's so fucking cool. I'm so happy with that. Um, and then it's why the fuck is my Primarch the only one to not buff his dudes? I understand lore wise, it's because Fulgrim is a selfish fucking prick.
Yeah.
But like Angron is also like too angry to really even care about
My
anything
God.
other than killing. Why is he able to buff his dudes, but my dude's apparently too selfish? Ugh.
Wait, Gojo, what do you mean
Uh,
you burned my hat? What do you keep doing to my hat, bro? I don't like this.
and then finally, I hope more players join the hobby
Yeah.
because frankly, like the business model doesn't lie. Like you need new players constantly. If
Yeah.
you aren't getting new players, the hobby dies. And I do feel like Space Marine 2 and Henry Cavill and just the media presence has grown, and I hope it keeps growing because I really do have high hopes for the hobby, and I want to see it succeed. I want to see more minis. I want to see more books.
Agreed.
Preferably more Emperor's Children ones. You know, I might be a little biased in that, but you know, the hopes are there regardless.
Gojo, what do you keep doing with my hat? How did it fall into a volcano? What? But yeah, I agree with you. And Henry Cavill's really, really good about keeping lore like accurate in the way it is. And the fact that he's the producer and he's the direct like I don't know if he's the director, but he's the producer, he's the star, things like that, I think is gonna be really, really helpful for keeping the lore like keeping it lore accurate and like true to the material. Um because he's known for being so passionate about that.
Magic Punisher, magic. That's what's doing it.
Yes, that so the way that the hat like is fit to the model is like it depends on the way I look, right? Like it looks like I'm wearing it, right? But then if I look this way, it looks like the hat's just kind of floating there.
It's magic. It's a heavy hat. Look how big that hat is. This
That's
is
true.
one magical bitch, okay?
It's
Winnie is
very heavy.
one
I damn
magical, magical bitch.
damn straight I'm magical. Oh man. I thank you
But
for telling me about your stuff by the way cuz this is I love hearing about people's tisms, which is why I like started the Tism Thursdays in the first place. Um
absolutely.
and it's like it's fun because like it also can give me ideas of like more things that I might want to learn more about or like get into and stuff like that too. Bigger the hat, the bigger the cap. Liar, liar, hat's on fire. What are you talking about?
It's a wonderful magical mix of sorcery and VTube Studios, Streamlabs, or whatever the fuck. I don't know.
Wiki, thank you for the check-in. Punisher, thank you also for the check-in. I am not a liar. No. You guys are mean to me.
Hey, look at that. I was able to give you a 2 hour, 30-minute rundown of my tism.
Yes, I'm very impressed.
I was schmoving through that. I skipped a lot.
Oh, I know you did. Like, I knew that this
Ima-
could take hours upon hours for you to tell me about.
Fucking
Wait.
dude, like there's so much. There's so much. I gave you a really quick fucking bullet point fucking holy shit, we were moving fast and that still took
Yeah.
2.5 hours.
Hey, it's
For
perfect.
just Emperor's Children. It is perfection. And so are the Emperor's Children.
Literally and figuratively. Oh, I
Alright, would
would
you like
talk.
to go over your tism now?
I don't know that I have time for my tism. I need to go eat. I'm starving.
Okay, well let's fucking end stream because fuck, I need to drink something.
Good plan. Let's see. Should we raid out? Noise, do you have an opinion of who we should raid?
Let's see. Care is playing Peak, and so is Pocha. I believe they might even be doing a fucking. Oh no. Pocha and Care are both playing Peak, so probably one
Fun.
of them.
We also have, oh my gosh, I could raid Sayu. I'm not gonna, but I could. And Grian. Not gonna. Oh, I've got lots of people to raid. Let's see. I raided Pocha yesterday, so let's go raid Care. All right, y'all. We're going to go raid Care. Thank you guys for hanging out and listening to the Tism. I will be back on in about hour and a half ish. I'm going to be playing the Lumara demo because the dev reached out to me and asked me to play it. So I'm going to go do that. So give Pocha, or not Pocha, I said that was yesterday. Give Care my love. Tell her hi for me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Ah, the
Deuces.
bonks! No! Thanks for that, Gojo. Appreciate it. Bye.